All right. Oh, am I going now? Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, hi. I guess I've been live for a couple minutes now. Didn't realize I had clicked the old button. Well, happens. If you don't already know, my name is Kevin G Nicholson, and I'm the host of this YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. I was just streaming. There was something wrong with the streaming because I was double streaming or something like that, where I ended up getting like a duplicate stream because I set it up wrong or something. But it was like 3.5 hours of me playing Civilization 5. Vanilla, generic. I couldn't see the chat. So I just essentially said, okay, that's it. I'm just playing. There was no camera. There was no video. There was none of that stuff. And I just played. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm thinking that a little World of Warcraft is probably going to be coming back in the very near future. Because Imperium's a beautiful looking game, but you get to a certain point, oh God, I was bored. I literally was bored. I was just like, okay, well, that's just, Galaxy 7, 8, 9. And I'm like, no. So it was Saturday night, and typically in old school fashion, we'd be going out partying, getting wrecked, singing karaoke, playing pool. But the local bar in town is gone, is closed. Meaning there's a members only bar that I can't get into because I didn't take the test. And that's okay, because, and then there's, I guess, at the pizza place, you can drink there for a little bit, but in the end, that's kind of not really a thing either. And then there's a microbrewery beneath what used to be the bike shop train station. But I don't see much happening down there. It's not like they've cracked down on the drinking laws so much where unless you're within walking distance, you might as well not even bother. And if you do drink to any sort of excess, you're probably going to end up going to jail because they're waiting around every corner. If you do anything out of line. Everyone's so offended by everything. Well, I'm offended that they're all offended. Okay, I'm not offended at all, really. I'm just like, life is all right. Just roll with it, man. Just get along. Don't be looking for, looking for stuff to go wrong. Don't make things more sour than they have to be. But that's not the way it is. So anyway, after that long 3.5 hour game I managed to actually achieve said goal, which was I brought a civilization to the Stone Age to satellites in 1440. My goal was to do it before the 1400s, but still achieving it, satellites in the 1400s, I thought was pretty advanced. So, and I wasn't able to talk in the chat the entire time. But surprisingly enough, you stay on for long enough and they'll just keep going. And I So I'm at a crossroads. I was just talking about World of Warcraft because, in regards to gaming, I mean, at least you're allowed to do it, and there's at least, sometimes there's a point, and I figured I'd at least do that, and I could go into the basement a few times and at least jibby with you guys while playing that. And, until I get a stick of RAM, I'm going to have to keep my stuff pretty low graphics intensity. And as we're getting, boy, it's the 16th. 9 days until Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas to you. Should I bring out the guitar? It'd be bad for all involved. The Corpse of Christmas. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, Santa got the shaft and a lot of chimney shaft. And my mom and I forget where we were on our way to, but the radio was on in the car, and I didn't realize that The Grinch was such a long song. There were like 17 verses of what was wrong with The Grinch. You know what? I'm kind of down with The Grinch. I get it, man. And then someone else made a post, and they're saying, well, yeah, he's talking to a psychiatrist, and he's going, well, it was nice that my heart grew 3 times that day, but I really wish it had been my cock instead. And I thought, yeah, that's a Grinch thing to say. I'd rather have a kickstand for a member. These just I'm just talking. I'm just talking about stuff I've observed. And at this particular course, at this particular time, I'm just hanging out. No pretense of StarCraft, no pretense of Imperium. I mean, I could do cities. There's a city building game, although it's a little different. Sim City, and then what was the other one? City Skylines. And they're pretty cool, but, in the end, I got to be able to get into other stuff. I'm going to start doing reviews. Why? Well, because I've been watching through some of the best science fiction media of all time. From Stargate SG-1 to Star Trek, the original and the Next Generation. Early school, before all of this woke nonsense started dripping into everything. It was and in the beginning, I thought, oh, well, that woke means you've awakened. You've awakened to a cosmic sensibility of kindness and of interact. No, it has nothing to do with kindness. It has to do with canceling. And so they say, oh no, we're progressives. No, you're cancel culture, and that's not good. We don't need things canceled. We need things extended. When your favorite TV show gets canceled and you get mad, well, people are doing that to other people, and they're getting really mad. And that means society, which is holding on by a mere thread at the moment anyway, is not going to be able to continue. And those aren't my rules. I'm just the observer. I don't make the stereotypes. I just see them. I understand them. It's the same reason I can go, not all women are evil. Not all men are evil. Not all Brontosaurus burgers are bad. Not all cloned caviar is cheap. You can get yourself some wine at the dollar store, and it'll suck. We've tried this on numerous occasions. Now, I'm used to a really low bar of alcohol consumption rate because I drink natural ice, and that stuff is terrible. But as terrible as you can get anything. If you have it snapping cold, and you can get a first couple of beer down, beer, not beers, beer. Your first couple of beer down, then it doesn't matter after the first couple. Snapping cold. You'll like that stuff. So, the skit's been slow working, and so is the writing. I've been trying to iron the kinks out of this live streaming for a month now. I've been doing this for a month. You'd be surprised at how much effort. Now, a lot of you people are doing this on the fly, and you can do it because you're clever. I'm not clever. I'm persistent. And I do my research, but that doesn't mean I'm clever. True wisdom is knowing, despite all you learned, you know nothing. And every time I go into OBS, I realize I've learned nothing. Speaking of which, let me switch over to OBS. See if it seems like my levels are going in. Seems like everything's okay. I'm gonna assume. Assume it's all good to go. So it's called a cake of cheese because I plan on having a cheesecake. It's 6:24 p.m. here on the East Coast in Danielson, Connecticut. It was a very temperate day. It was like in the 50s, much warmer than you would expect a December day to be. And next thing you know, the sky will be on fire. But until then, booyah us, because we have LED bow ties and a hat. I'm putting the hat on. It's the hat of condemnation. There will be a transformation. I'm going to have to put like some sort of effect that'll distort me, and I will change into. Look at those eyes. How can you resist those eyes? They're staring right into you. Staring into you, judging you. The hat is. So I'm going to sit here in my hat on a Saturday night because I can't go to. There's nothing fun going on, and it would cost too much money anyway. And I'd probably get like, can you get a DV walking with it, drinking while intoxicated in public? Why even bother having the business? I mean, why not go for Prohibition Mark II? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And the stuff about not being able to smoke and drive is bullshit. I have never, ever, ever met someone who was stoned and driving too fast. They were extra careful and extra slow and perhaps maybe even a little extra paranoid, which I think is good for everyone because it means they're watching out. They're actually paying attention. So yeah. This is my plan for the next 30 minutes. It's the bitch about the world that we know right now. Well, not the bitch. Some of it's good. I've seen some beautiful things. Some very, very, very beautiful things. Now, I've seen some very, very, very ugly things. And you know what? You need your good and your bad. You need the contrast. In order to see the contrast, you need shitty people to appreciate the good ones. But it's that transformation. It's that adaptation as you go. That's where things get tricky. So, I mean, I'm just saying what's in my brain. My little tiny ape brain inside this crustacean hat. Crustacean hat? because it looks kind of lobster-esque. The hat of condemnation is coming. It's going to judge me. You watch. I'm not sure which voice it's going to take, though. Excuse me. Yeah. So I was kind enough to have been brought eggs, so I could have sausage and eggs this morning. And it was a good time. Good filling breakfast. See if this still in tune. Doesn't sound like it. Not too. That's still off. I will. My tentacles are getting in the way of my fingers. Have a little sip of Coca-Cola. So I've been rewatching Stargate SG-1, and there's a ramp that goes up to the Stargate. It's made of steel, like crosshatch steel, and I'm sure it's very sturdy, very secure. But they always end up jumping through the Stargate, and I'm like, if anyone had actually even just jumped on to this ramp, like any normal human being, they'd probably shatter like 12 bones, landing even like 3 feet off the ground, and they're going like 8, 9 feet, or being hurled from what would be across the room. And I'm thinking, you gotta throw some pillows down there, have some sort of net, along the. I mean, we have guardrails on the road. Stargate Command, you can't get a couple, my music just went sad. I wasn't even with it. It is that E minor. What was the laugh with us, play with us, spend the whole day with us. This invitation we gladly extend. Sing with us, dance with us, come raise a glass with us, come as a guest and leave as a friend. See, it's that second round, because I want to go to the E. And leave as a friend. See, I'll get it eventually. I'm going to audition one more time for the Connecticut Renaissance Fair. We're going to see how that works. I thought my last audition was pretty good, but I have a hunch. Politics is playing. People are saying terrible things about me. Maybe. I don't know. True wisdom is knowing you know nothing. I know nothing. But I keep playing the best hand that I can. I'm just, this is just going. This is going without a net. Like they shouldn't be in Stargate. Because I've been encouraged. I originally wanted to start live streaming, and it's different than what I was expecting. But after the fact, after I've done these live streams, people do go in and they watch for a little bit, and that's really positively affected my watch time. Whereas I was getting no movement when I was doing mostly shorts and long form. But now, with this, like, people are at least popping in for a few seconds here and there, and that does add up. And so, but I'm going to keep doing this, because I might actually hit monetization at a certain point. It feels like it's been forever. I crossed 1,000 mark back in August. Here we are in December. And no monetization yet. I have 1,311 subscribers on my channel. Oh, it's really simple to get that kind of watch time is not easy, despite you thinking it is. I have 3,200 and 13 watch hours, and that's not enough. And that makes me sad, 'cause I am rough. Don't have much cash in the bank, but I'm still hanging on. 3,200 13 watch hours. So I'm going to keep doing this stupid stuff until it stops working. And then they'll try something else. I am writing down projects and I am writing down songs and I have new stuff. Waiting to be produced after Christmas. And Christmas. I can't believe I just did that. I kind of just impressed myself. I was able to do a lick of Silent Night. What do they call that? An accent at the end? There you go. I saw them do that at the Ren Fair, Michael and Noah. Popinjay and the King. And they were doing one of the last songs, which for some reason is eluding me, but I know is is engraved in my brain cells. But they were doing that at the end, where they were accenting each other's guitars, which I thought was hysterical. Even the horse thing was pretty funny. I didn't expect that, because that was like there was a subplot, I guess you could say. Whereas Polly Pester had organized a rebellion against the king. No, Polly. Bad Polly. And as setting up this rebellion, it was about Horsetown. For some reason, the taxes were going into building Winnieton, which was a place where horses could live and have equal rights to people. And that would somehow help the economy, and it would trickle down. No lie, they said it was going to trickle down. I just about, I died a little inside, and then the irony of it made it humorous, and then I died inside again. And it was, and then there was a big debate, and there was protesting, and there was lots about horses, and then there was a fake horse bite by the hot princess. It was mad. It was a great time, and I'm glad I went. And I wish I could have gone more. There was one weekend I couldn't, I could have gone, but, the weather was dreadful. And it's just not fun if you're just hiding from the elements. You want to be out and, I can't believe I just fucking happened upon Silent Night. I suppose I could do others too, but I could feel something. this is what the mentally challenged look like. And that's okay. But you don't have to be nice to the mentally challenged. But no, you're playing with a different sort of deck. As you can tell by the tie and the hat. See, that's the other thing. I do watch those videos that say, how to make your channel successful. I have no niche. That's the way I know that song too. I have no niche. I have no niche. It's very long. Is that it? That can't be right. Sorry, this is... See, I didn't want to play video games anymore. There comes a time where you got to move out of the video games. Playing with my... So, yeah, I'm thinking cheesecake in the very near future. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm feeling cheesecake. I'm gonna share with you my The hat goes up. There you are, hat. I have not summoned you to life yet. You still have your time. Time to come. Right? Alright. Right. Good. Tell. He's very, very alert. He's very alert and he's very concerned. He's very concerned with my behavior. It hasn't been like it should be normally. Just saying. Yeah, so I bought a wheel of cheesecake because I've just been into it lately. I used to love it when I was a kid, and I still kind of liked it, but I just laid off it, and I've just gotten back into it. Luckily, I'm not fat. I'm fat-ish, fat head, but I still got a waistline. But, so I've been going on doing this thing. I've been eating cheesecake. Let me show you the cheesecake. Okay, so I have, I'll take this up, because I hate to do this, but I tried the strawberry yesterday. It's like, oh, release, damn it. Okay. Cake of cheese. Okay. So yeah, I got 3 pieces left. See that? And you got the strawberry one is absolutely, well, actually I have 2 strawberries there. So I guess I'm just gonna have that last one. And then I gotta say goodbye to the other 2 because they were terrible. I don't know what's in that filling. But it was wretched. Okay, so I'm gonna say goodbye to the other ones, but that beautiful thing. But there's a 2-part to this, because with this comes the iced mug and some vitamin D milk, snapping cold milk to the point where it turns into ice cream in the glass. No, half a glass is good. I figure it's my last day to enjoy a nice slice of cheesecake. Get that strawberry crap out the top. J'étais zinish I don't know what. It's a mug though. I can't believe I'm not fat. I mean, I do a little bit of walking, but in the winter, I just turn into nothing. Low energy. The best thing about being alone is I have no one bitching at me about what I'm eating or about what I'm doing. I keep the house clean-ish. And I only get... See, I used to look out for other people overeat a lot and overcommit to helping other people. But you gotta be careful. Don't nurture scorpions. Because scorpions will still sting you no matter how nice you were to them. Mm. See, how lucky am I? There's some places you can't even get a decent meal. We're kind of spoiled in America because we can get pretty much whatever we want, whenever we want it. At this, I got a grocery store within walking distance. A Walmart within a very short drive. There's Thai food down the road. There's Japanese. There's Mexican. The only thing we don't have is an Indian restaurant, although I think the Thai kind of covers it because it's curry. That's probably going to be considered racist too. Look, it was good. It's not like hot ones. It's kind of like cheese ones. It's all right. No one's even stopped by. At this point, I'm just going to stream whenever I kind of feel like it. Like I had a schedule with the Imperium, but now that I've pretty much maxed out, then again, it's like I might do World of Warcraft again because I haven't been in there in a while. I would say it's been at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I think I did it a little after Christmas last year, just to kind of keep myself occupied for a little bit because I love New England and I love the Danielson area in specific, but in the winter it's dog shit. It's everything looks ghetto, everything feels ghetto. No one wants to leave the house because it's cold, although it's been halfway decent today. Unseasonably decent today. End of the world stuff. But at least I can get good food for the end of the world. Repeat. Cake of cheese. So you have to run out of cookies before you run out of milk. You can't do it the other way around. You need something to wash the final bit down. Which is why I have such a huge mug. I kind of feel a little bad because those last 2 slices of cheesecake are going, like they won't go in the trash. They're going to go behind the trash, and maybe the squirrels will eat it. And if they don't, it's going to rot into the ground. And I feel bad because, starving children in Ethiopia, etc., etc. But taste is subjective. Like, some of this stuff is good, but that strawberry stuff, yuck, yuck. Let's talk about ew, shall we? Ew. Like, for all the times that I've heard females, especially young females, do, ew, creepy. You instantly look like a retard. The moment that you use those terms, then you're an idiot, because you're expressing a reaction to you being unintellectual and to not what's the word I'm looking for? No sense of what has inherent value. Shallow. Yeah, go ahead. Keep using it. It just shows the outside world how vapid you are. Ew. Wasn't for me. This irked me. Oh, and that was it. I think next time I might get just like the straight up block of regular cheesecake. I wanted to try some of the other ones, and some of the other ones were good. But once you mix that strawberry in there, I mean, I tried it. No, not good. Great cake. You know, stream about you eating. Well, yes, I did. Because I am going to get some sort of composite to digital adapter. I should be able to do that before the end of the month. And that means I get to start doing reviews, because I can bring that footage or play that footage underneath to a degree, you know what I mean, and do the choppity chop. Like, I got to study, there's a girl on YouTube. I know, a girl, right? It's like YouTube is 90% males just by default. And then, like, just the internet is 90% males by default. And so it's very rare to see. And it's a girl, she does Doctor Who reviews, which is like, what? Where did this unicorn come from? And she's reviewed everything. First Doctor all the way through. And she's in the middle of the Fourth Doctor's, almost at the end of the Fourth Doctor's tenure, which were my favorites, honestly. But she manages to go through and watch them, and she gives us like little tastes of it and where she's at and reacts to it. And she somehow manages to get away with it without getting copyright strike. And I'm not saying that she should. I'm saying I don't understand what the rules are, despite reading and watching videos and trying to. So I'm trying to just watch what other people are doing and say, okay, well, if they're getting away with it like this, then maybe I can do a little bit of that. And I think I'm going to try that with a little Stargate. And then if that works and I don't get hammered too bad on that, then I'm going to do Farscape. That's the one I'm really looking for, because that was really a brilliant show. Underestimated. Underappreciated. And it had fans, but, you know, it's always the damn CEO. If you know anyone who's a CEO, you really should slap them in the face, just on sheer principle. If they're on a board, if you're on a school, if you're on any sort of board, You deserve to be slapped in the face. Well, the board decided. No. When people start getting together and start deciding other, you know what I mean? And that's how pensions get stolen. Because there's always that one dude who manages to convince Karen that, come on, no one will ever find out until 10 years later, and they already spent the money. CEOs are not getting... And CEOs, I don't know if you've noticed, the Eversource CEO, they've been doing musical chairs to get the spotlight off any one person, because that person gets targeted and people get really mad. Like, I'm not real... Eversource is our energy supplier out here, and it's the most expensive energy supplier in the country. Connecticut, we pay like the second highest electric bill in the country, and it's like thousands. And it doesn't have to be. It's just people getting greedy. See, then half a mug and a cake of cheese. And the rest of that cheesecake goes to the big wheel of cheese in the sky. So I don't know, guys. I think I just ate a cake of cheese. Excuse me. It sounds like I did. And I surprised myself with the streaming. I surprised myself with Silent Night. That really did. That surprised me. That came back to me. Because I tried. Back before everything went to hell, I was practicing Christmas songs to do at Christmas Eve. Because that's kind of a big thing. Or it was a big thing. Now it's still a thing, but it's not a big thing. Because it can't be a big thing if everyone's dead. It's been so terrible. I've been losing so many people in my family. And friends of the family. I mean, you know, everyone's got cancer. I probably do too. I don't even care at this point. I mean, I'm curious. I'd like to see how it all works out. I'd like to see if I'd actually get monetized on this thing for all the work I put into it. YouTube, that is. And who knows, maybe one of you guys will go to my Spotify and you'll put my albums on repeat for the rest of your life. In which case, I might even have a living wage. You never know. You never know. So I'm going to keep playing. But I understand why there's discouragement, a lot of discouragement in the general populace. I have to go, I go downtown. There's the courthouse is downtown, and anytime you ever go in there, it always looks like the people who are working there have money, and the people who are in the pews are all busted broke, and you know what I mean? It's like such a class difference, where it's like, and those people who are working for the court systems, I guess they call them middle class, but they're really not. Because if you can afford the cost of living nowadays, you got to be in what I would have called the upper class back in the 80s. It's all relative. So you have the haves and the haves not. And the haves are persecuting the have-nots. That's the way it's been. It's the way I perceive it. And if that's good woke policy, well, then I'm not on board. I'm just not. So yeah. So had a cake of cheese, and then I was able to give my 2 cents, pontificate, Hey, you guys, the audience. I thought someone might come in because a lot of people came in the other one when I wasn't looking. You know, it's always when you're not looking. Well, I'm looking now, and I see nothing. It's probably because I changed the category to people and blogs. And the reason I did that is because I'm a people. Yeah, I don't think this is a blog technically. This is just kind of me talking through my blowhole. I mean, 7 o'clock. Although generally nothing happens at the bars until 10. I gotta be careful. The Amazon Echo is listening to me intently. I'm just waiting at one point. The Echo, it's gonna like legs are gonna come out of the side of it and it's gonna start walking around. Can you do that? Can you move for me, Echo? Alexa, resume. It's really weird. It's like someone wanted to listen for a second. Anyway, you know what I think is a good idea? Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Got a pokey. Got a pokey for the smoky. Listen to that. All right. So it's good day for me. I got this. This is my grinder. In which you use. Yeah, turn that down. To prepare your smoking, your whatever it is you intend on imbibing, to break it into smaller granular pieces, making it easier to work with. It's pretty. Looked to be a generous portion to me. I like generosity. I'd like to see more generosity from the world. But, you can't expect it. You wouldn't appreciate it. Everyone did it all the time. So I suppose I will learn to be grateful to the way things are. Smell my fingers. It's because of that. It's a double entendre. Double entendre. Just because you think it's a double entendre there doesn't mean it's funny. Well, yes, it's funny if it's a double entendre there. It's funny if it's a double Frigidaire. Remember Frigidaires? My grandmother used to have the oldest refrigerator in her basement. And every time I'd open it up, it'd always like be frost. I mean, this is years ago. The oldest fridge I'd ever seen. It was back in the day. All right. Material has been prepared. We're now sample some of the finest. South Farthing. Hey, Gandalf smoked weightage. That means it's all right. If it's all right for Gandalf, I'm pretty. It seems to me both Gandalf the Grey and the White was having a nice liquor. A little liquor. A little liquor. I don't even know her. It's not liquor. It's South Farthing. The finest boat in South Farthing. Now, can I do a sailboat through Bilbo's ring? Oh, was that a double entendre? Gandalf putting his ship through Bilbo's ring? See, you can make anything dirty if you... And generally it makes you laugh. If it makes you laugh, it's all right. But everyone's looking for something to be all upset about. You know, if every time I farted I got upset, I'd always be upset because I fart a lot. And I don't particularly want to, but that's the way the machine runs. And this is what you got. You got 7:14 p.m. You got me talking about farting and how much I don't like my own scent. Especially not after Taco Bell. Because, boy, it smells like, well, I imagine the undead would smell like. And even Gandalf has problems with the undead. As you can tell, I'm a big Gandalf fan. And I'm thinking Gandalf, you know, they didn't mention too much about it in Lord of the Rings, but I'm pretty sure Gandalf got laid. He must have. And I'm thinking, you know, if the elves are long-lived, they got to be happy about something. So I imagine they're getting some. And, you know, Samwise Gamgee, he was all about that little chick back home. Rosie Parker, maybe? I forget her name. Oh, I should know this, too. Kind of true geek am I? And there's probably some of you yelling at the screen going, no, I know what it is. I just forgot. I want to say it was Rosie. But that was it. That was the only affection towards... Oh, no, wait. There was Strider and the elf girl there. God, I'm failing as a geek today. Arwen. See, I can do this. Aragorn and Arwen, and there was affection there, but I mean, before they got married, did they bone? And were they allowed? Do elves have vaginas? Because if you saw the Amazon version of Lord of the Rings, well, elves don't have nipples, which I think is just tragic. I think elves should have nipples. And what about Rings of Power? They did Rings of Power. Woke schlock. I mean, there are good aspects to it, but oh God. Yeah, she'd been swimming in the ocean. She's in all white. Not one nip. Not one. Bing. You're in the ocean, in the water. It's got to be freezing. No, she's an elf. Doesn't even phase her. She's OPOG. Or is it OGOP? Either way, she's OP. Overpowered. And you could, it was all right. You could kind of go with it by the time of the Lord of the Rings, where she's like one of the last people. She's one of the bearers of the Elven rings. Okay, then she gets to be that sort of power level, but not at the beginning. This is me bitching about geek lore because I can, and I can't believe anyone would listen to this. So I'm just going to keep going. In fact, I might filibuster. I might never stop live streaming. Although my camera's going to die probably any moment. So you won't be able to see me. So that'll be the end of it. When the camera goes out, then you're free of me for a little bit. But audio-wise, or if I could learn how to plug that damn camera in so it doesn't actually... Because right now, it's plugged in to go into my computer so that the video feed goes through, but to power the actual camera itself, it's still on battery. And I have tried a couple of different ways that seem to work a little better, but I'm not there yet. And until I actually get monetized on YouTube, I ain't buying anything for it. I already got the cable. So that's where I'm at with that. Hey, a concurrent viewer. Howdy. Alexa, define concurrent.
Concurrent refers to something that happens or exists at the same time. It implies simultaneousness and can be used as an adjective to describe multiple events, actions, or processes occurring concurrently without necessarily influencing each other.
Oh. So that's saying someone could stop through without actually hearing or seeing me. Maybe. No, concurrently. It would be like, okay, 3 engines are running at once, but they're not connected to each other. Am I saying that right? I better be. Otherwise, someone's going to shoot me in the head. Pretty sure. Not sure with what. It'll probably be a pie. That's coming. I know there's going to be pies to the face in the very near future. And I must take a pie to the face. I must get creamed in the face. I think maybe just we'll have a fun with dairy day. Would you guys like to? If you actually got this far into the stream, if you think a dairy day would be fun, and you'd like to see that go down, mention it in the comments below. And actually, you can say whatever you want in the comments below. If you hear anything and you want to say something about it, you could tell me I'm stupid. You could tell me I'm a nerf herder. Or you could say nice stuff too. Doesn't matter. I just say something. Say, I heard you. Your voice is annoying. Kev, stop talking about dairy. I've been talking a lot about dairy. We have cake of cheese, which I consumed. And then the milk had a part of it. It's a dairy day. Well, I've been sitting on my derriere. Yeah, good times. Saturday night, folks. Thanks for joining me on a Saturday night at 7:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know already, my name is Kevin G Nicholson, and I'm the host of this YouTube channel, which covers local events, comedy, music, art, and acting. My own and that of others. Although I'm going to be doing much less of the open mics because at the scene, left a taste in my mouth. And what is a good taste? So yeah. Let me take a moment to appreciate the majesty. The can you feel it? Can you feel the vibes? I'm gonna feel the vibes. See, here's the thing. You can't demonetize me if I'm not monetized already. So I'm pretty much a free agent. And granted, I'm trying to get over that line, but until I cross that line, it's chaos. It's a free-for-all. It's a crapshoot. You know, everyone's got this moral high. Everyone's morally superior than each other. No, you aren't. First it was the Red Scare, then it was the drug scare, now it's the sex scare. After that, it's the Coke scare. No amount of protesting is going to make people into not. It's not like you can protest evil away. We protest evil. Make evil illegal. Yes. We would call it the Allen Person's Preside. See what I'm saying? You just can't. You need that ebb and flow. So yeah. Still got no idea what I'm getting my mom for Christmas. I should have had this done a month ago. It's been in my brain. But it's a gesture. Well, like last year, I gave her a couple mugs with pictures of her and her loved ones. You know, a couple just to... I should have saved one mug for this year. I'll come up with something. Come on, I can be thoughtful. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm making the effort. But I gotta actually take the time and make the effort. I mean, I've already painted her paintings. She's running out of wall space. I mean, really, I'm gonna default to flowers, I think, and that feels a little like I should be able to do better. But, you know, sometimes you just can't. And so, see, the thing is my dad used to like lavish gifts on her, especially when he started doing good. And so, what was it? She ended up getting like a beaver coat, which I always thought was a mink coat, but she corrected me. No, it's beaver. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. Oh, someone's trying to talk to me in real life on what appears to be Facebook. Let's see who it is. And who is it? Is it a real person? Is it someone I like? It's... Oh, I'm streaming now. Sparky, I believe. Seriously, because like I can. Now I'm confused. Switch over there. Should probably do it backwards, but what's going on there? Well, I'll deal with that in a second. Yes, I had to bring someone I care about to the hospital. And so I had to go, and I was back, and then I said I'm staying home after that. And everyone assumed that I was talking about me going for myself. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find my center. Or he might be working too. I gotta be more careful with how I, you know what I'm saying? I'm staying on all night or until that camera runs out. And even then, I might swap batteries and keep going. I am Gandalf the Cream. Ah! You shall not pass! Oh, God. So inappropriate. I'm hoping that Sparky's going to jump over. He might be at work, though. I'm looking at all these different screens. My bits per second is in the red, and it's always been in the red, and that's okay. Like I said, if I ever get to the point where I can invest into this, because I'm making money out of it, then sure. Weed in Space Part 2 is doing pretty good. I'm looking at my stats. So that's the thing. If people weren't watching these, I wouldn't keep doing them. But the more that I do them, the more people are watching. They go, well, yeah, sure. No, it doesn't work that way, though. All right. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, turn that down. While I'm thinking about it, this coming New Year's Eve, we're going to be streaming live as the ball drops. I'm not sure if it'll be my balls that drop or if it's going to be somebody else's balls that are going to drop, but a ball's going to drop, and we're going to count at it, around it. And it's going to be legendary Sparky and myself. We're going to be running a virtual phone call. What do they call it? Like a stream session. We're crossing sword signals. That sounds disgusting, but it's not. Oh, Weed in Space Part 3 even got a couple. That's where I bowed out, because I did Weed in Space Part 3 this morning, and I was like, oh, I'm so out. It was just like all of a sudden Imperium just looked me in the face and I said, oh, God, I'm so bored. And I'm not typically like that. I'm just saying, it's giving me suggestions. Suggestion, please. Well, open the studio, make things better. It is what it is. What does that say? Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering. Current keyframe frequency is 4.4 seconds. Note that ingestion errors can cause incoherent. It can cause incorrect group of picture sizes. I'm not sure what that's even telling me. All right, key rate frequency. What's my key rate frequency? Let's go to settings. Stream. YouTube. Keem stream. Output. Streaming. See, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I suppose, well, I might as well do this. Hell, come on. Let's learn something together, shall we? It ought to be an educational thing for all the children. Or the adults. Hopefully children are on here. Hey, little bastards. All right. I'm going to look. Oh, now it says my connection is excellent. It's the ebb and the flow of the machine world. Stream delay 1 second. See, this is the point where I'm using everything I got to keep it together. I could do that. Maybe I could do that. Says he's online, but well, whatever the case. So now what was it? Someone mentioned me. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm going to say this right now. Lightly butter your loaf pan. Just lightly. Lightly butter your loaf pan. Just saying. Lightly butter your loaf pan. So yeah, this is when you could appreciate not having an exciting life. Yeah. I got all these windows open, and there are so many pictures of me. It's like I'm a narcissistic feedback loop, and I might as well be. Because people have recognized me out in like the real world, in the street. They've seen me. They watched me before they went out. That made me feel good about myself. There are people who know who I is, and in a good way. They don't just hear the crap. Really? 9 days left until Christmas. There's been no snow, which I actually am glad about. If I can get through winter without snow, that would make me pretty happy. Granted, it's probably indicative of the fact that the planet is warming up at an exponential rate, in which case probably only got a couple of decades left for the planet. But unless modern science starts getting really bright, I mean, maybe we could double down on that quantum computer stuff, get some AI to help us fight the weather. But ultimately, that's it. We are within the laws of Mother Nature. We do not supersede it, folks. We've been able to make some stopgap measures and learn to be clever, but hoo boy. Look at a tornado close at hand and tell me you don't feel a little small. Listen to the thunder and the rain pelting down upon you. The hail chunks that chip away your skull. You don't realize how delicate we are. Even the toughest of you. What was that? The guy, I'm thinking of the Game of Thrones guy. Huge. Big blocks of granite could land on him just like, I'll take it. I can take it. But in the end, no, kids. You drop, you can try to throw a planet at Iron Man, or was it he threw a planet at Thanos? I'm not quite sure which way that ran. It's been a while since I saw that. The universe was completely different at that point. We still liked superhero movies then because they were giving us good stuff. But the people we were surrounded with were villains in disguise, and we learned that. Even Captain Marvel herself turned out to be a cunt. Yeah. No, I know it's... No. Just no. You can appreciate, women who are like that. Captain Marvel. When you actually get the superpowers, all right, then you can have the dude. But, you're acting the role. You're not actually the strongest. I'm so done. Because I just stopped watching. It was just like, you know what? No, I'm kind of cool. And they keep, producing more stuff. And it was like, Ahsoka the neuter. I mean, again, why is it nipples have disappeared from the big screen in the small screen? Or because No one wants to get in trouble. Because suddenly, if there's, like, you can't walk near a vagina, otherwise it's sexual assault. Everywhere you go, you see, teachers are getting busted, doctors are getting busted. Doctors, examination doctors, that's their job, is to touch the people. No, and I bet you a little asshole Karen girl. She's like, you were creepy. An old Sean Connery bitch slap is what you need. Need to bring that back. Well, we could do that. Rather than years in prison, you could elect to take the old Sean Connery bitch slap. I think that would be an American way of doing things. Let's bring back the bitch slap in honor of Sean Connery. And it can be used, instituted, specifically in domestic abuse cases or domestic violence cases. Save an immense amount of resources. Then justice can be served in one Sean Connery bitch slap. Years that those people can be back in society, helping us all fight Mother Nature as Mother Nature comes at us. Now, let's see how it rolls. I'm telling you, bring it back. Bring it back. That's justice. Just a smack. You know, it doesn't have to hurt for a long period. You got to do it, controlled. It's got to be like Sean Connery in the movies. Telling you. And I'll take that sort of justice too. Kid Rock took it, didn't he? I haven't seen a thing about any sort of lawsuit for assault. Kid Rock took it. You know, hey, all right, that ain't cool. But he took it. That's why he's the bigger man. Did I say Kid Rock? I meant Chris Rock. This will make me smarter. No, it doesn't. But made it this far. If you're watching this, you made it this far. You've managed to live this long. You're probably doing better than me economically. You're probably not doing, well, I can't speak for how everyone else is doing. I'm not doing terrible. I dislike the winter, but I think I can endure winter. But what I'm trying to say is, whenever you watch this, if you actually hear this, it's okay. You made it this far. And if you're relatively not in pain and you got food around you and you got your basics, just be grateful for that moment. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I just had a cake of cheese, big glass of ice cold milk. I got Coca-Cola. I got an LED glow-in-the-dark bow tie. Look at that. Those aren't special effects. That's actually happening. But I guess they are special effects, aren't they? When I get a whole suit, it's like a couple grand. No, I can't afford a couple grand yet. And before I were to get that suit, I'd get the $600 coat from the guy down at the Ren Fair. Oh! If you didn't catch that, folks, well, I guess that was my time. That lasted quite a bit longer than I expected. And I'm curious to see if anything comes of that. Because, well, it comes of this. Yeah, because I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe I'll play a little more guitar. I still got a couple hours before beer o'clock. Maybe I'll stream again later. We'll see. Either way, my name is Kevin G Nicholson. Look for my stuff on Spotify, Pretty Please, or Pandora, or Apple Music, or iTunes. Kevin G Nicholson. Play my stuff, please. Or donate via the PayPal link. Or just say a nice word about me. Or just be neutral and be like Switzerland and go, I hope he's okay. You stay over there, I'll stay over here. Is that right? Switzerland? Neutral? I'm going to keep going because I'm too lazy to hit the button. It's my arm is too heavy. Or I'm just going to keep talking forever. You don't need to see me. I'm right behind that color bar. Those color bars. I'm right behind it. You can't see it anymore. But imagine if you could. What am I doing now? You don't know. Oh, I'm not well, but I'm self-amused. See, if I get a couple of you people on board with listening to a couple of my next albums with me and kind of giving me ping marks, a sense of what direction I could go that would kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in the middle of my own experience. So as much as I try to stay ambivalent, I'm not. Oh, I guess I don't need the tie anymore. I mean, you guys can't enjoy it. But it's a nice tie. There we go. All right, so I guess the question at this point is, would you rather me go back to Imperium? Would you like me to do StarCraft? Would you like me to do World of Warcraft? City Skylines? What else do I got in my drive? Or if there's anything else in particular that you're like, oh, that would be neat, you should give that a shot, or you should take a look at that. What was it? James had said that I should look at some of those old videotape games. Kind of like a Which Way, Choose Your Own. I forget. Or I could do that. I've been streaming a lot today. It's because it's an addiction at this point. All right, I need to swap that camera out.